There are few directors in this world as creatively bizarre as Makase Yuasa. He takes normal concepts like connection and growth and twists them in fantastical ways. From humanity's plight in Devilman Crybaby to the plight of the animation industry in Eizouken, his colourful vision bursts onto the screen, leaving in its wake works that stick and inspire and confuse and disgust but never fail to cause discussion. His latest series does all of those things, but very much like all the projects that have come before it, it will stick with some, inspire a few, confuse a lot, and disgust others. However, the poignant final message he lays open and bare in its finale is a discussion that feels all too real and relevant in our everyday world. Unfortunately, it can feel like a bit of a slog to get there. My name is Isla, and this is my review of Science Saru's Japan Sinks 2020. Based on a novel of the same name, Japan Sinks is a disaster sort of epic that focuses primarily on the Muto family as they traverse their way across Japan, escaping from a series of devastating earthquakes that, as the title suggests, threaten to sink Japan. The series wastes no time in thrusting you into the meat of the story. Its opening 2 episodes feel expertly crafted, delivering despair straight to your eyeballs yet making you want to keep them wide open for more. It was reminiscent to the feelings I got when watching Tokyo Magnitude, an anime series from 2009 that has an almost identical base story. But where Tokyo Magnitude focuses on a journey of reunion and realism, Japan Sinks is about loss and life, laced in ludicrousy. Those aforementioned opening episodes lead into a middle arc where the Muto family find themselves in an environment that feels so far removed from the intensity of its beginning. Arrow-firing, wheelchair-ridden granddads, drug-enabled dance parties and psychic mums are a far cry from the grounded and grave tale Yuasa started to tell. And while you could put this down to classic Yuasa, something feels off with it in Japan Sinks. Because Devilman Crybaby, Eizouken, Lou Over the Wall, Mind Game, Ping Pong, The Night is Short, Walk on Girl, Ride Your Wave and the rest get away with similar quirks as the animation style lends itself to the bizarre. Japan Sinks' more rough and real approach takes those weird moments and makes them laughable and detracts from the heart of the story. Don't get me wrong, this artistic choice found its benefit in the depiction of Japan's landscapes, its destruction captured in perfect devastation. But the character models, on the other hand, they were never one and the same. They felt clunky and derpy in some places, so much so that it really did take away from the story at hand. Yet, one thing that hit me every time was its portrayal of death. Some moments felt akin to a horror flick, gruesome and gut-wrenching. Significant or not, each death left me covering my mouth, more shocked than the last. Although it was more situational rather than a love for the characters. I didn't connect with anyone personally, not the sleight of hand Yugoslavian magician or the paragliding YouTuber or the foreign-hating shopkeeper or any of the main family members. The only character I felt strongly about was the music. Because Kensuke Oshio created a score that became a part of the story within itself. Beautiful, violent, light and brimming with hope. Anyone familiar with his work would recognise him from the opening chord. And I think some of his best tracks exist in Japan Sinks. It's just a shame I don't think the anime is quite good enough to be remembered with it. Now those previous characters, I may not have connected with them, but I did connect with their connection. It's our connection as people that lives on past tragedy, that lives on past a sinking Japan. Yuasa, his co-director Pyo Yang-ho and the rest of the team created a new world free of things that burden our real one. Calling it idealism or quixotism is entirely up to you, but watching it felt like a kernel of hope in a today where we feel so far apart. For me though, this is far apart from Yuasa's best work. The studio's attempts to be crazy but also grounded doesn't hit in the same way that their previous works do. It doesn't quite sink, but it doesn't quite float either. A forgettable series in the end, maybe, but a message that deserves to never be forgotten.